transition. This what y'all been missing. Sit down, pay attention, and listen. Mark and T, speaking for the culture. Welcome to the Adverb Show. Adverb Show. Welcome to the Adverb Show. Welcome to the Adverb Show. Welcome to the Adverb Show.
Welcome, y'all. This is the Adverb Podcast. Your boy, Mark White.
It's your boy, E-To.
And we back again with Season 2, Episode 3. Y'all, we keep hitting you with them, like you said, back to back to back.
Bro, we hitting them like Mike Tyson in his prime. You know what I mean?
Except we leaving guests here. They ain't knocking out and dragging out the sword.
We're not doing
they still
that,
standing up. They still standing strong.
Welcome back, y'all. Welcome back.
Welcome back.
For you.
Today we always say we interviewing and we bring guests on, but we celebrate. So what we do is we celebrate these people that come on, these guests, these individuals that have such, camaraderie and such wisdom to give us and bless us with today. So today, ladies and gentlemen, we got the most prolific and wonderful Bubba Dub. How you doing,
Bubba
family?
Dub,
What it do, guys?
What's going on?
What it do?
Bubba Dub, thank you for coming through.
Thank you for coming, man.
You didn't have to do this. You know what I mean? You didn't have to do this.
But we summoned him. You know what I'm saying? The Adverb vibe summoned him because you know what? We all are three young brothers that vibe and relate, and we go on a higher frequency, and he's on a very high frequency, and we're going to get some gems from him today and just chop it up and learn more about this individual and see what life has been for you up until this point and all the success you've had. We're going to tap into that.
Let's get it.
So, man, you grew up in Texas, right?
Yeah.
Man, and tell us a little bit about how you got into comedy. Where did that come from?
Well, to be honest, I've been funny my whole life. I guess was never,
We see at lunch and all that. We been hanging out with bro for a little bit.
Yeah, I was the class clown.
Mm-hmm.
I remember my mom's friends and uncles and aunts coming over, and I'm 5, 6 years old, and I'm entertaining older people. I'm talking, I got tears rolling down their eyes. So I always had the ability to make people laugh. It just wasn't a dream of mine where I come from. I come from a poverty-stricken town from Alto, Texas.
Mm-hmm.
Either you sold dope or you was on dope where I'm from, and it wasn't. When I say jobs, it wasn't no high paying job at all. I think the highest paying job where I'm from was $20,000 a year.
Damn.
So that's
where
I come
the city
from.
in Alta, is there a lot of people there?
No, it's like 600 people where I'm from, bro.
Oh, so everybody know everybody.
Yeah, my grandpa had 24 kids too. So
Oh,
you can imagine
they
that.
call that a rolling stone.
Oh, most definitely a
You know
rolling
what I
stone.
mean?
man.
Yeah.
So I come from there. I come from really nothing, bro. A lot of people have stories where they get up here and they say they really come from nothing, but they had something. I really had nothing. I didn't have a silver spoon. I'm a sibling of 5. My mom and daddy did not graduate high school, so I come from that. Like my mom lost her mom when she was 5 years old.
Okay.
So I come from that.
That's tough to have to deal with those trials and tribulations so early.
For sure.
But it does, I believe, and you could attest to, give you a lot of maturity and wisdom at such a young age.
Absolutely.
See, a little bit of what I noticed from comedians is that, they got a sense of understanding of people really, really good, like a keen understanding of people at such a young age so quickly. Timing and all that stuff, that's natural. You know what I'm saying? I was watching some of your videos, and I got to give it up to you because I noticed that, when it comes to some of the skits and stuff you've done, that I gravitate towards. It's the timing, it's the writing in it. It's like everything's real creative. So I can see you got that naturally, brother.
Oh, for sure.
To say as well, you growing up in that time where you had to grow up quick.
Correct.
You can relate to people because you've experienced things that they've experienced, but just at a younger age and was able to digest it, if I'm not mistaken.
So like when you were growing up in Alto, Texas, everybody, when we come up, you got the neighborhood guy, kind of like the OG that kind of gives you, did someone recognize that you had that skill and maybe like tap into you a little bit and kind of like give you them gems while you was coming up?
I be honest, man. I didn't have that. We didn't really have OGs like where I'm from, man. It was just like I said, I hung around older guys, but me hanging around them guys taught me what not to do.
Yeah,
Got you.
Cause where I'm from, if you wanted to smoke weed every day, here smoke. You want to sell dope, here. I never had no one like, nah, you can't do this and that.
Yeah.
Didn't have that.
Yeah.
So you just kind of learn to, from people what not to do. Now I don't want to do that, man. They can't even get a job. They can throw their life away early. They got felonies. I don't want none of that. I want to be able to get a job. I want to be able to go to college or this, that, and the third. But just observing things, bro. But I wouldn't trade it for nothing in the world, man, because I wouldn't be the man I am today if I didn't go through those situations, if I wasn't around those certain people as well. So you live and you learn.
I got to ask to that point, with your children now, you know what I mean? How do you balance that where you want to have them experience what you've experienced, but not in that way to be able to gain that knowledge you've got. But at the same time, as a parent, I'm a helicopter parent. You still want to protect them.
Correct.
How do you balance that as a parent?
Man, I got 2 girls, man.
Ooh,
Oh, congrats, though.
okay,
Congrats, though.
okay.
Yeah, that's a blessing. That's a blessing.
10 and 7.
Okay.
And you know, they 10 and 7. They was with me when I was really down and out, didn't really have nothing.
Yeah.
But they never felt it.
Yeah.
When I was growing up, I knew we was poor, but
Facts.
I felt it.
Yeah.
I never wanted them to feel, because sometimes as parents, especially, I ain't gonna say just black, but when you down, when you broke, bro, it carry over to the kids. You got an attitude,
that's
you
right.
screaming, you holler, you mean when you
Man,
ain't really
and
supposed
you-
to be mean to
And
them.
you fill them with that trauma that they don't need to have. You know what I
So
mean?
I never wanted my kids to have that trauma, go through the things I went through. Cause I got girls, man. I'm a man. I want them to look up to me. I want my daughter to see a strong man. And
Church.
when they get up and grow up and be older, I want them like I want a man like my father, man.
Yeah.
You know, so
Yeah.
I see, you say that like it's very spiritual of you in that sense when you say it. I notice you're very religious. You talk about giving it up to God. It reminds me when I was watching the video. You said, you were saying about you woke up and didn't appreciate God, and then the minute you get what you got, you didn't forgot about Him, and you seem like somebody that really hasn't forgotten or never really forgets.
And
you know
never
what I'm saying?
will.
Never will.
Never
yes.
will
Yeah.
forget.
Where do
I
you-
also have good friends around me to make sure I
That's
don't.
facts.
So that's what
Shout
I was going to
out,
ask you where you think that came from. So it came from your family and friends that
I
kind
come
of.
from my mom growing
Yeah.
up in the church, man. I love my dad. My dad and mom been together 48 years, but my
Oh,
dad
congrats.
never went to church.
Yeah, you got
Look
it.
at that.
Yeah,
I'm gonna
Jinx-
have the
I was
laughing.
Jinx on the
I'm gonna
clap.
have the clap and applaud. That's
See,
a big deal.
I grew up different. Me and my mom
Yeah.
used to go to church. My dad would never go. My dad sitting at the crib smoking
Mine
weed,
too.
doing whatever.
Yeah.
And I remember me and my mom would go
I
to
would feel
church.
bad when I would do that, bro. I ain't gonna lie. I'm divorced, but when I was at the family, there were moments where I didn't want to go, and I'd be at the cribs,
Yeah.
and I'd do my own thing. But you deep down, you realize them moments. That's for the fam too. It's not just about relating to God. It ain't, no one's trying to force you in anything, but your family, you should be around them in those moments because those are connected moments.
Nah, me growing up in the church really saved my life to this day, man.
Oh, yeah.
To be
I
honest though,
believe
bro.
that.
Preach, yep.
Because
Yeah.
I got a real strong relationship with God. When I do wrong, man, it's like it hit me
said,
right.
It was like your grandma said,
Boy, like he felt that.
For real, man. If I do wrong, God gonna punish me quickly, man, behind certain stuff.
Yeah.
But I don't never throw religion on nobody. You believe in what you believe in. But I know for me, without my Lord and Savior Jesus Christ, I wouldn't be here to this day.
I
bro.
believe it. I give it up to that. Yeah,
Hey,
I appreciate
shout out.
that.
That's such respect, man, because to be a black man and to be spiritual, they sometimes you get a connotation of weak or soft, or really it's respected. You respect yourself. You respect your family. And I think that needs to be said more in our communities. And the leaders that we have need to be able to preach that, because it's the difference between our kids going astray or staying, in the right path. Just that ability to lean on, God when you need Him, or respect Him enough to not test His power.
Yeah, definitely don't question Him either, because God work in a
Amen,
mysterious way. I know sometimes He do things, He take people away from us,
Facts.
and we don't see it, but we ain't forced to see it.
Facts.
Kind of like this. He was, his dad grew up making him watch this movie called Amadeus. You ever seen that movie called Amadeus?
Oh, man,
And it's the movie in the 80s about Mozart and Solari. And Solari's an Italian composer, orchestra. Mozart, I guess he's German. The Wolfgang Mozart is a German composer, and Solari is so jealous of Mozart's talent. Mozart's like natural talent, like you just can't make people laugh. Some people might look at you growing up like, dang, how he's so funny like that? You know what I'm saying? But deep down, it's because it's just your talent, it's just your gift. And he spent his time worrying about Mozart so much. Solari never really was able to appreciate what God gave him, and would blame God for everything that happened.
And why he
when it
didn't
came,
get
why he didn't get
the talent.
the recognition,
Yeah.
and how Wolfgang, he looked like he didn't appreciate it. And it's just a test of that. It's like some people don't understand that, like, you don't even have to be necessarily avoiding God. You can be mad or unappreciative of the things that He's given you and not understand and see that, and He'll take them away, and you never even got a chance to see your blessings. So the conversations you have, you just had with us just now, let me know that you understand how big that is. You know what I'm saying? How much appreciating your blessings and tapping into who you are and connected to your Lord and Savior is a good thing. So
And before you finish, I just want to say, you are blessed. The Lord has blessed you, and I know you realize it. I know you see it, and that is strengthening your leadership. So when I see you talk about God, I see the leadership, I see the future, and I'm humbled just to have you on our podcast to share that path. And I think that you're going to inspire a lot of people through your career, And you know, as a black man, I'm just proud of you. I feel like you are black excellence, and you know what I mean.
And everybody we bring on here is black excellence.
Yeah, black excellence for sure.
Between Don and everybody that jumps in on us, that's what we tap
that.
into. When I was looking at them videos outside of you just being funny, you know, because a lot of people are funny, but who are these people behind the jokes and stuff? And you always have made it a point within your videos to really show people like your serious side, which is cool. So speaking of comedy, now that we know, you said you've always been funny. You know, no OGs to really kind of guide you, but you made it to a point where, you know, where's the transition start now from, okay, I know I can do this and I want to get on stage. How did that all come about?
Started early, man. When I was doing skits and stuff, I would travel, you know, to Houston or Dallas and try to do open mics at the Improvs or whatever. And a lot of times I didn't get to get on stage.
Like timing or just age?
No, it wasn't none of that. It was just where you from. If you from Houston, you was in Houston, you was getting time.
Yeah.
Outsiders wasn't getting time.
You sound like a young Kobe. We gonna get there. We gonna get there.
So when I started transitioning more from just doing skits with my friends and family members to just me being in the car by myself, I was able to capture an audience. If you know, if I just me and the camera by myself and I'm talking and I'm reaching millions of people in the world, that's when I started working my comedy material through that. So that became my open mic. So by the time, if I didn't get to go open mics and I had a comedy show, by the time I hit the stage, everybody like, dang, I didn't know he was this good.
Yeah.
He got timing. Well, my timing was because I was doing it in front of the phone the whole time, working my material and my cadence the whole time.
That's your 10,000 hours, you know, they say that.
Who was your, I guess, inspiration? If you could name one or two comedians. I just want to see.
Richard Pryor, man.
I knew this.
Richard. I watched all his movies. I would say Richard, Eddie Murphy for sure. Eddie for sure.
What's that movie where Richard Pryor died? Is that JoJo Dancer? Didn't he die as a baseball?
It might have been JoJo.
He like died and like I don't know if he went to heaven or something. He had to come back. It was like a movie where he was a ball player.
I think it was JoJo Downs.
Yeah.
So
Richard Pryor got some movies.
Those are your two people.
Oh man, for sure. Like, you talking about black excellence?
Yeah.
Richard Pryor in his days, wasn't afraid to say the N word. And an audience full of white people.
Yeah.
Unapologetic, man. Just saying things that nobody would say. They were scared to say. He was raw.
Yeah.
That's me. I'm not afraid to say certain things.
How do you break that down? Because you know, there's people, and this is speaking openly, there's people that get offended by that, but they'll say like, oh man, he's saying the N-word in front of all these people that ain't black. But then there's people that be like, we take back that word and that's our freedom and our expression to say how we want to.
Listen, what you just said, how can I say the N-word in front of a lot of white people, right? They say it. Bro, ain't their first time hearing it. They want to hear it because they can't say it.
That's right.
So why not come and see why someone say it?
That's right.
People say the N-word and they always think of black folk. Man, you could be a white N. You could be a Hispanic N. Man, like we gotta stop defining N with us.
Yes.
That's how I feel.
Yes.
I don't claim
That's
that.
how I feel.
I don't claim it. It's just a name, man.
That's right.
Yeah.
Like we gotta get over that stigma type, man. White people. They love to laugh like we love to laugh.
Yeah.
Who know more about our pain than white people?
You right.
That's kind of a
church.
That's a deep
That's
comment
church
right there.
there.
Actually,
Just telling
Go
you.
ahead,
They
Bill.
know more about our pain than
ahead, Bill.
anybody, man. So I'm gonna talk about it.
Facts.
Yeah.
And I'm gonna talk about y'all.
That's right.
Because
And that's where the comedy comes in the honesty.
it's not personal. It's
Yeah.
just reality.
That's
My
right. It's
what
comedy
we
is
in. It's what's
reality.
happening. Yeah.
Yes, it's
Right.
reality,
That's what's happening.
man. And that's the beauty about being able to create, man. Certain things like when you watch Dave Chappelle, his show. Remember
That's
his
my
show?
guy.
Yeah. Oh yeah.
Well, who you think created that with him? Neil Brenham, white guy.
Oh.
Yeah.
Just wasn't Dave.
Yeah.
Neil was right there with him.
Yeah.
Idea for idea. So you just, it's all about, like you say, it's all about timing, man.
It is.
Getting with the right people at the right time,
That's
man.
right.
It's
That's
like,
right.
it's certain people that we all know that might not be that funny,
Yeah.
might not be able to shoot the basketball that good, but they around the right people at
That's
the
right.
right time.
Yeah.
that's
Like,
me.
no offense, no offense, and I'm not calling nobody out, but Lou Walton.
Okay.
Trash.
You right.
With nothing like his
there
daddy
we
Bill.
go.
With nothing
We
like
got
his
one.
daddy
We
Bill,
got
but his
one.
daddy was Bill. You understand? His daddy was Bill. He was able to get around a Phil Jackson. Lakers
Gave us
organization.
the trash.
And then became a coach.
Right.
I know. That's crazy.
Right.
That's crazy.
Wow. But we're gonna. And I
It's
don't,
the pedigree too.
I told
Yeah,
him we
you know.
got to save the NBA till later, but
We'll tap in a few, but yeah.
Okay.
Yeah,
I
we'll
just want
tap
to
in.
say,
'Cause
but
you gonna get-
that's the family of the NBA. You know what I mean? I think that's the family, even though you might not be.
And y'all want to talk about nepotism with LeBron.
Yeah,
And it's been going on.
that's right.
Why is
That's right.
nepotism when LeBron do it
shouldn't be.
when they been doing it for years?
Yeah, it shouldn't be.
But y'all gonna speak on that.
Yeah.
Black people,
Amen.
I'm talking to us.
Yeah.
We the
Yeah.
main one. He got his son a job. That's what you're supposed to
That's
do.
right.
Exactly. That's how you build that wealth.
If you a parent, you're supposed to provide for your
Yes.
children.
I always say LeBron's like one of the best examples as a black man and an athlete.
Yeah.
And even it's so bad that, like you said, we don't even appreciate it. Black people be online hating on this dude. And I can't see
You know
it.
what I saw? You
It
know
should
what I-
be a sin
Go ahead.
to hate on the James family. It should be a sin. Anybody who hates on them, and honestly, this is from the bottom of my heart. Anybody who hates on them, you shouldn't be involved in our culture.
I think it's in the Bible somewhere.
Because
But you know, but
Excellent,
you know,
bruh.
I look at it, and you know, we look at it as if he shouldn't be in the NBA. I get it.
Yeah.
He didn't really do that much in college. I
Yeah.
get it, but he had a heart, you know, he had that
Condition.
heart
Yes,
problem, and
yes.
I get it. But it's more than that to me. I'm looking at a black man
Amen.
in a white man's world
Amen. Yeah.
Who did the
In-
work he
in-
needed to do
in
to
a
get there.
billion-dollar industry.
Yeah.
Oh yeah.
Have that much pull and power. We say, you know what? I'm not gonna say it, but I know my son ain't really good enough yet to be here. But I'm gonna get his ass drafted.
That's exactly
That's
what LeBron had
right.
to be thinking. He
That's
had to know
right.
that. He had to know that.
But you know where
That's
they come from, though. Nobody ever talked about this. It's breaking news. It didn't just come from Bron. It came from Savannah. If you gonna get Bronny ass drafted, you're sleeping on the cows, boy. No prenup. Think about it. Bro, they ain't got no prenup, Savannah. That's a black woman you got to deal with.
yeah.
He needs to
Savannah
preach
already
right
done
now.
showed us what she really is. She get
Yeah.
on Bron ass.
Church.
That boy better be on that team.
Oh yeah.
He better be on that Lakers team.
Yeah. No.
Get him in the league,
because-
cause we know
yeah,
Bryce. They
yeah.
already know Bryce is him.
Yeah.
Bryce
Oh,
is gonna
Bryce
be the
is
one.
the dude.
But we gotta get Bronny there too.
Yeah.
Preach.
So we gonna get Bronny here first. We gonna get him in year 2. You get your ass on out the way. We gonna get Bronny. That's just bad. I'm telling you. Don't you come home tonight.
that's
Don't you
funny.
come home
Yeah,
until
no.
that boy a Laker.
Hello.
Now he a Laker.
He's a Laker.
Yeah, and before we get into sports too much, let's
Yeah,
jump
'cause
back
I
in the
know we
comments.
gonna go
We
there.
I was
Keep us
getting
on
ready
track.
to talk. Yeah. But you know, right now you on tour and everything.
For sure.
How many cities have you hit so far before here?
Man, I can win every city, bro.
Yeah, this near the end.
Nah,
Who's
this my
doing
tour
that?
here. I'm back on my own tour. I just come off the We the Ones tour with Mike Epps.
So this is the beginning of your own tour.
Absolutely.
Who's
Okay.
doing that? Who's going on tour solo?
Man, I mean.
Please, somebody tell me.
Oh yeah, you ain't got no opening acts and stuff.
Man.
Yeah, I got open acts.
But
Okay.
you're pretty much.
He's the main act.
you
Yeah.
are like Cat Williams, I think.
For sure.
does that? You know what I mean?
I would love to get to that level though.
Hello.
He's following. You know, it
But
seems like
you know
he's following
what?
that heavy
Honestly,
hitter
you-
pathway.
the talent, you are God gifted. Your message is pure. Regardless if you get to that level or not, it's really about inspiring the youth
Correct.
and building a legacy, honestly. So I commend you again. You know, you are in your own lane when it comes to this comedy thing, and that's a hard thing to do because you're different. You are viral. You are a viral comedian, and that's very hard. You've entrepreneured the internet with the comedy and intertwining that. They gave us no platforms to explain it.
Correct.
But you explained it and did it eloquently. So,
and use those platforms
shout out
as
to
your
you, man,
conditioning
for
and
real.
practice and got to this point. So, you know, the open mics you were saying how you got on when you would get there, they wouldn't really show you much love because you weren't from Houston. So how, did something change there where it turned around and you actually got responses?
It wasn't that. I started doing my own comedy shows at home.
Okay.
I
Online.
didn't have the money to do it, so I would go to friends or family members try to borrow the money. They wouldn't let me borrow the money, so I had to reach out to strangers to borrow the money. And you know, once you borrow money from a stranger, you know it's interest.
So
So the little money
You
I
gotta-
made went to that, but I was.
But you was doing what
I
you was
believed
doing.
in what
yeah.
I believed in.
Amen.
Yeah.
And I was able to get the 150 to 200 people from where I was staying at to come out and watch me do what I do. And, you know, I had a great response. A lot of people didn't understand the skits that I was doing. They didn't, because it wasn't making money at the time.
Yeah.
Until Country Wayne came through and just, you know,
Yeah,
let
yeah.
us know what you
Shout out to
able to
Country
do with the
Wayne.
money
Yeah.
and stuff.
shout out.
And eventually, you know, I had put in so much work.
It was
and then,
inevitable.
Yeah, it gets. And I bumped into a good friend of mine. He was in San Diego. Who had flew me out. I used to put my number on YouTube, and he called me like 2 a.m. I answer
That's
the
smart.
phone. I answer the phone.
That's
I said,
smart.
hello?
Yeah.
I said, man, you can't be calling these type of women. My girl gonna think I'm cheating, man. And he flew me out. He had his whole family there. We sit on top of his rooftop. And we just talked about life. We talked about what I wanted to do. They all believed in me when I didn't even believe in myself.
Wow.
So once I seen that somebody else believed in me,
Yeah.
I'm like, yeah, I got this. I can't let them down, man.
Yeah.
I'm gonna take this to a whole nother level.
Yeah.
And here I am today.
And blessing, again, an example of that is him blessing us with your presence, honestly, and believing in us that we can, you know, even interview you and
everything
be able to
spins back
communicate.
around, you know, like
And we appreciate that.
we're supposed to be meeting you for a reason. We're supposed
Yeah.
to be getting, you know, these gems for a reason.
Yeah.
So now that you're on tour, what have you learned, or what's the best thing about being on tour thus far, since you've
Being
been
on
doing
tour, get to meeting different people
this?
of different aspects of life.
Yeah.
You know, resources.
Yeah. Yeah.
You know, meet you guys out here. We're in
Yeah, that's
Phoenix
what's
right
up.
now.
Yeah.
Meet
You gonna
guys.
come back?
Oh, for sure.
Oh, shout out. You heard that.
So
Don't
next-
lie though, because we go, hey, if it be 6 months, I'm be like, hey, this is like halfway through the year. Hey, Dub.
No,
hey, man.
no, no.
Hey, man.
You got my number, man.
As
You
long
got
as
my
your-
number. You
no,
got my
as long
number.
as your schedule permits, again,
For sure.
we want to support you because what you're doing is so major, and it's gonna lead such a great legacy for our children and their children. What you're doing is like, you're talented. Like, I don't think people really appreciate your talent and your ability to make people laugh.
They don't, because I look at it as it's a million comedians out here
Facts.
doing this stuff.
What I will
and they
say-
think it's easy.
What I will say is, though, and I don't know, you could correct me if I'm wrong, but you seem like you have an ability to act, or that you want to act, and that you can act, because you seem like an actor.
sure.
You seem like a comedian, but you have, just talking to you, bro, like, you can switch, you know, mannerisms. You have a face where it seems like you're not always in this one mode. You know what I'm saying? Like, you seem like you can command the stage pretty well.
Easy.
In any emotion. So, do you think acting or anything outside of comedy is something down your
That's
alley?
definitely where I want to do acting, man. I
Okay.
definitely want to get into some big time movies and not just be funny in the movies. I want
Yeah.
serious roles.
Yeah.
I want to be like John Amos.
But people could, you know,
John
the thing
Amos.
is,
Hey, you seen Beastmaster? That's my movie.
you could be funny still and be serious and still be funny and relatable. I think I'm not even believing that. Do I need to slap myself again? 'Cause I don't believe that my boy Bubba Dub is sitting next to us, giving us, you know, his time. We
Man,
appreciate
I appreciate
that,
y'all,
man.
man.
Appreciate
That's
that.
what it's about, fellowshipping.
For
Yep.
real.
Brother to brother.
Yeah.
You know, from one mother to another. It's about fellowshipping. It's about me giving you gems, you giving me gems. I'm learning from you, you learning from me, and we all can put that together and connect dots and help
Amen.
somebody else down the road, whether they white, whatever they are.
Yeah.
Whatever color. I don't see color. I see
Yeah.
character in people.
Because it's energy, you know what I'm saying? It's all about what you want to exude to the world and put out into the universe. Like, if you, like you said, it doesn't matter what color you are, but what you doing and what you selling and what you advertising as your person is what we buying into. And that's what we do with Adverb. The idea of Adverb in general is a verb is an action or your passion or your goal or your grind, and the adverb adds to that. You know, an adverb makes that verb dope. And so we are the adverb that makes anyone's verbs, any young person or guest's dreams and aspirations doper through our conversation and the guests we bring on.
And highlight them.
Yeah.
You know what I mean? Just highlight who they are in a way that other people don't. That's what makes us unique, and that is our lane in the Adverb podcast.
And so knowing that, I got
Had
you.
to plug real quick.
There we
Yeah,
go.
had to plug.
And knowing that, what would you say, you know, I could say to the 14-year-old you or someone young right now getting ready to look at you like, dang, you know, I'm going to do this. This is probably the beginning of some roots to somebody else starting their career possibly. So what words of advice would you leave our guests, you know what I'm saying, when it comes to your grind so far and your success so far?
Be consistent. That's the key to
What
my
do they be
success is
doing?
being
The
consistent.
ladies be doing like this.
Yeah.
Gotta be consistent, man.
Yeah.
Gotta be on time. Gotta be respectful, man.
Yep.
Appearance.
Yeah.
People might not say nothing, but they watching. How you dress, how you move, how you talk, how you articulate your words, this, that, and that. How you communicate with others.
Right.
Do you treat the waitress at the restaurants the same way you treat anybody else?
Amen.
Mm-hmm.
Because, you know, I see a lot of people be mean to waitresses. I don't like that stuff.
Me neither. Yeah.
'Cause you never know. You mean to a waitress, you don't even know she could really
I used to
own the
serve food
restaurant.
at
You right.
I used to serve food at Red Lobster, bro, and I think that was the biggest thing. That was the biggest thing. The best thing I did to teach me about, you know, being nice to people and understanding. I wouldn't even know if I was or not when I was going to restaurants. You learn that through how people treat you. So I was like, man,
That's
like
right.
now I know I can sit down and stuff. It's like, I'm always tip my waitress. I'm always say thank you, say please, that kind of stuff, because they appreciate that. They clean up after everybody and stuff. So those are good. Those are good gems to drop for being consistent.
You got to be
and
nice and
being ready. Yep.
Like me, for instance, I'm trying to be nice, but
you a mean ass. And I'm like,
no, but you didn't have to wear the same outfit as me today.
I know.
Y'all
I'm just
twin,
trying.
you know what I mean?
Y'all twin.
Because
Why you got the same outfit that I got on today? You know what I mean?
Because I like to poke.
And then last night you called me. You said, "What you wearing?" I told you what I was wearing. You wore the same
anyways,
thing.
We extra. We going in
know
now.
what I mean?
I didn't
Come
do
on,
all
man.
that. I didn't do
But
all that.
you gonna have a problem by 5 years walking though.
Why is
You
that?
got them Jordans on.
Oh God.
You're
See,
right.
look at that.
Because honestly, they ain't that comfortable.
I know,
They're
man. You
not.
need to get you some Skechers.
No, I got a pair. So that's what I use to walk to Disneyland when I'm with the kids and the family. I'll throw those on. Can't wear no Jordans.
Or some big
Yeah.
Air Max joints.
Yeah, can't wear no
Old people be
Jordans.
wearing.
Yeah, them orthopedic
so-
shoes.
Yeah.
Man. Them Kawhi Leonards. Get you some of them New Balance, man. Get you some of the Kawhi Leonards, man.
Then both you newbies.
I might have to get
New
me a pair.
Balances.
No, I might have to
got
get me
to.
a pair. So,
Speaking of Kawhi, that was a good transition.
oh
right?
yeah, it was. It was.
Let's get into the sports real
Yeah,
quick for
yeah.
a second. You know what I'm saying? Talk about that.
So I got we got a segment, right? And I always like to hit y'all with something special. I've noticed lately in the NBA that there are a lot of white people that can play. It made me pose the question, can white men jump? We gonna talk
As we
about
take it back to that 90s movie.
So I wanted to start out with a couple players that I think are coming in the league, got a lot of skill, and we need to watch out for. First is going to be Flag.
Cooper Flag.
Tell me something about Cooper Flag.
18
You know what I mean?
years old, 6'9", wingspan 7 foot.
You've seen him in the summer league.
What we're getting is a Larry Bird with ups.
Yeah.
Church.
And better handles.
Better handles.
Yeah.
That's what we're getting right
He's
now. Times
one.
have changed.
We got Dalton Connett.
Yes.
Those young kids, I think, are going to be the face of the league if it's not
Austin Reeves.
Austin Reeves. We could keep going.
AR-15.
We could keep going. You know what I mean? We got the Lucas.
Lucas.
What's going on? Is it in the water?
What you think about Laurie Markkinen?
Who?
Laurie
For
Markkinen?
Utah?
Yeah.
Dope.
He's like a Ninja Turtle, bro.
He's dope, bro.
Yeah.
He's dope.
Yeah.
I mean, like, we know it's 80% black in the NBA. It's a black league, but these white boys ain't playing.
They're not. They're coming.
You
They're
watched
coming.
that Mind the Game with Steve Nash and LeBron?
Yeah, I watched
I remember hearing Steve Nash was like, growing up, I always wanted to be black. He's like, there's no secret. He's like, all the music, all the stuff, and he played like it. Bro. He's like,
Yeah.
He played like,
Yeah.
you know what
Yeah.
I'm saying? And that's back then.
But I say that, but we always talk about handles. We talk about the Kyrie. We probably say Kyrie got the greatest handles ever. Then we go around the AI and Jamal Crawford, all this and that. But
Yeah.
it's just a guy nobody never talks about no more, and he's not black. Pistol Pete.
Pistol Pete. Yeah,
Pistol Pete
because
was doing all that.
you see him in that black and white. He
In
was
the
moving.
70s.
And he'd be
Yeah.
low to the ground,
Yeah.
too. Yeah.
Because it probably wasn't as like noticeable or statistically appreciated back then as they do now, because like you said, it takes the origins of some people pretty much paving the way
Yeah.
for handles to be looked at like an art form, because it is. You know what I'm saying? Like,
Correct.
Yeah.
that's crazy.
Keeping with the subject, I got a question for you now, okay? So you're the coach of a basketball team, and you have some of the greatest players on your squad.
4.
You have a squad of 4 players, right? You got 2 players on the bench. To complete your squad, you need to pick one of those 2 players. The players are Larry Bird and Luka Doncic. Who you taking as your 5th player to win it all?
I'm going with Bird because his defense.
I knew. We knew you was gonna do that. Yeah.
Luka
Yeah.
can give you 40, but he gonna give up 50.
Yeah.
I can't have that. I can't have that, bro.
We were talking about it in the playoffs. He said, look at Luka in the third. It's that beer. He
That's
gets
that
tired.
beer. That's that
You know what I'm
Michelob
saying?
Ultra,
Like,
by the way.
Wow.
Good beer.
Really
Good beer.
we was just sitting like going at it for like 20 minutes. I think he's gonna pick Luka. Nah, he gonna pick Bird. And we finally settled he gonna pick Bird. Wow, brother. You know your shit.
Yeah, Bird
Damn.
was one of the greatest basketball players ever played the game.
Amen. Amen.
Yeah. Nobody ever talks about that, though.
Who's the closest to him? One of the white boys that can jump, because we proved that.
Oh, you
can
say you
jump.
talking about Bird? You talking about that can jump right now, or against white boys? Period.
White boys.
Closest to Bird, I gotta go with Dirk.
Yeah.
Oh.
Yeah, Dirk.
He can't jump though. He can't jump.
He can't, but he don't need to because he's so tall. That fadeaway, ain't nobody blocking that. Like
Nobody.
he shot it at the angle. He shot it at like the 60
You
degree.
forgot about Dirk, didn't you, man?
You are making me. You could tell. You could see in my
I'm gonna
eyes.
bring you back. Not only because they always like to talk about what he did to LeBron in the Heat,
Oh yeah.
but on the way to doing that, he swept Kobe Lakers and Kevin Durant. And
Yeah, they talked about that online.
and Russell
Thank you
Westbrook
for
and
that.
James Harden.
You just elevated this podcast.
Dirk went. They said Dirk went through the hardest run to the finals that people have ever seen.
Yeah, don't forget that. That's what he did.
And he
that,
had a squad:
did that to the
Jason
Black
Terry,
Mamba.
Josh
Shout
Howard.
out to Dirk
he had,
we
who
got to
else he
give
had?
Dirk his flowers because now that you said it, because you think about that LeBron Wade Miami team. If that's not one of the greatest teams, let's segue. So you said Dirk. Who's the greatest team, Dub? Who's the greatest team? 'Cause we got to get it all out of you while you're
Man,
here.
72 Bulls, man.
72 Bulls.
72 and 10. 72 and 10.
Oh,
10.
72,
Yep.
72
Yep.
and 10. I'm
Yep.
tripping. Yeah.
MJ, man.
Yep.
Yeah.
What he was able to do with Scotty.
Yeah.
Horace Grants.
Okay.
He had the Ron Harpers, had the Randy Browns, had the Bill Cartwrights, had the Luke Longlys, had the Tony
Everybody was
Kukos.
flying that.
Rodman.
They had
Was
Dennis
Rodman on
Rodman.
that
Had,
squad?
no,
Yeah.
Rodman came in on last
Last
repeat.
Okay,
Yeah.
got you.
But the greatest team ever, it would have to be. I know they say the Warriors because they went 73.
I thought you were gonna say
They
that.
lost that year, though.
Man, I know to Cavs.
Yeah.
Yeah.
But what I'm saying is, Bulls, man.
Okay.
Just think about this. MJ, gambling every night, drinking every night, still going out there averaging.
Golfing too.
Golfing,
And
averaging.
then Dennis
30,
going to Vegas, missing practices,
doing everything.
missing days.
Scotty chasing loss all around the world, and still was able to do what he do.
Oh,
Phil,
man, that's
Phil
horrible.
in the mountains in Montana, hunting, you know what I'm saying, hunting elk and all this. Like it just, what Jordan was able to
dying over here,
do, what Jordan was able to do with that Bulls team, man,
was
it
something
was
special.
something special and unbelievable, man.
Yeah.
To be honest,
Yeah.
though.
Well, man, look, we appreciate all this talk of sports and life and comedy. You're going to be here tonight
For sure.
at
Yeah.
Stand Up Live.
Stand Up
Yes,
Live
sir.
tonight,
What is
man.
it, 7 o'clock?
I'm
Yes, sir.
excited.
On the dot, I'm in my drop top. Cruising the streets.
Yeah.
Yeah.
So
I got to check Dub out, man, tonight.
yeah. So to close out, what do you see in the next 5 years? What's your plan? What's the goals? You know what I mean? Let the
Well,
people
obviously
know.
having a studio like this, I love it, by the way.
I appreciate
Oh, man.
that. I appreciate
That shout out
I
to
don't
everybody
think that's
else,
gonna be 5 years from now. Like my team looking at me over there. Soon as I come out here, come here. But most definitely, I see for me the big movies,
Yeah.
my own production team,
Gotcha.
and me bringing the next people up, the next comedians.
And
up.
we could be cameos in your films when you produce.
Oh,
We'll be sitting there
absolutely.
talking about some,
yeah.
we'll broadcast,
No, for sure.
Nah,
Nah,
we
nah,
saying-
no joking, no, seriously.
I feel you.
all that what you saying.
That's
it's
just
the
us
power
saying
of
we.
the tongue.
That's just
Yeah,
saying we.
yeah,
But
amen.
for real,
Tongue is powerful,
I'm
man.
saying that
It
to
is.
say we believe in you, brother. So
appreciate it.
I know that's where you're gonna be, regardless. You know what I'm saying?
We're gonna on TV. We're gonna,
So
we're
can
gonna be
we
doing it.
close out with a quick truth or trash? I got a couple things that I want to ask you as far as your opinion, right? Players, we're going to start with just a couple players, okay, that I want to know because, you know what? LeBron James is, before I go there, LeBron James is closing out his career.
Mm-hmm.
Do you think he has one more year? Do you think he's done after this? 2 more years? What
This
is
is
your-
last year.
Yeah,
This is
I
LeBron's
believe it.
last year.
This is last
That's
year.
why they went to get Ayton. They trying to push. They trying to go for that.
This is last
Okay.
year.
Okay. Thank you for that. Now, next season, I'm looking at Dallas. Are they
If Kyrie get healthy, they gonna be trouble.
Look,
okay? Okay. I was gonna say truth or trash. So if it's true, say they the truth. If it's trash, trash.
Got you.
Dallas.
Truth.
Wow.
That truth, bro. We got ADO. I joke about it.
oh,
in
he
my
can't
own-
say
Yeah.
trash about Dallas.
I know. I gotta
Oh, I
ask
can.
you.
Oh, I can.
Yeah, I got.
They the truth. I'm
gotta
just being
ask you.
realistic.
Yes.
They the truth right now.
They the
With
truth.
Kyrie coming back healthy, the nucleus they got with Cooper Flag, they really not replacing Luka yet.
Yeah.
but they replacing him.
Yes.
And he can get over there under Jason Kidd wing and learn the game.
Yes.
Oh my God.
I'm bringing it full circle because that Dallas squad.
It's gonna be tough.
That's why I asked.
Klay Thompson.
Bro,
All he gotta do is shoot.
Bro.
No. It's deeper than that.
I
right
hear
now.
he's in shape.
It's deeper than that right now, though.
Oh yeah.
He with Megan Thee Stallion. He got a little different swag.
You
to
know.
him now.
You know.
Klay Thompson with Megan
Yeah,
Thee
yeah,
Stallion.
yeah,
Megan
yeah,
Thee Stallion.
yeah.
Yeah,
That's breaking news. That's breaking news.
Yeah.
Okay.
It's a little different right now.
Last truth or trash question. L.A. Lakers. Are they going to the finals? Are we going to the playoffs?
Playoffs for sure. I gotta see them. They gotta make some moves. This team right now ain't gonna get it there yet. They still need some shooting.
So they still
They need some defense.
still trash.
Trash right now. Trash.
You know what? You know what? I appreciate you. We are honored to have you on this show.
Appreciate it.
We look forward to everything you're doing, and we are going to be here to support you. Any closing statements, y'all?
No, I just appreciate y'all for bringing me on, man. I really do.
Thank
Yeah,
you.
man, we appreciate you for coming on, having this conversation with us, and tapping in all areas of your life and opening up like that for us. It's going to be real appreciated on the other end. Everybody's going to love to see you.
For sure.
And, we're going to wish you much success and blessings, and just keep
And it
doing what
takes
you're
a
doing,
village,
brother.
Y'all. It really does.
It does.
And that's what we need to get off today. It takes a village.
It's funny you say that about a bit. You ever been to Africa?
I have. I was just in Nigeria in October.
I bet you can wear them shoes.
I sure didn't.
Well, all right, y'all,
You know
man.
what? I was gonna give him 10 seconds to roast me. You want that 10 seconds? Go ahead.
He don't need 10.
You already did it for me.
He did it in two
Thank
jokes.
you, Bubba Dub. Man, we
Two shoe jokes. Thank
appreciate you. This is the Adverb Podcast. It's your boy Ito.
And your boy Mark White, y'all signing out.
Peace.
Peace.